In case you may or may not have known that in just 1 week from today, we are going to get a brand new Spy Kids film. After it's been 12 years since we last got something, but in the form of this film, which I think is very weak and what have you. Prepare yourselves as I review Spy Kids all the time in the world. Back Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2011 family spy action comedy flick Spy Kids All the Time in the World, released by Dimension Films, along with Troublemaker Studios. Once again directed and written by Robert Rodriguez, who worked on the other three films, it's a standalone sequel to the previous film. This was released 8 years after Spy Kids 3D Game Over. Now, of course, this was also known as Spy Kids All the Time in the World in 4D. Now, Rodriguez also co-produced, co-shot, and co-composed the film's score, with Carl Thiel for the score. The film was released in August of 2011 after it premiered almost a month before at LA Live in LA. The film used aromascope, which allowed audiences to smell odors and aromas from the film through scratch and sniff cards. But it was not well received, and it was the weakest of the franchise. And the film stars Jessica Alba along with Joe McHale, Rowan Blanchard, Mason Cook, Ricky Gervais, and Jeremy Piven, plus former Spy Kids stars Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara. Now, OSS agent Marissa Wilson is attempting to capture a criminal named TikTok, who purchases a mini disc stolen from the OSS. Despite being 9 months pregnant and going to labor, she continues her pursuit against the admonitions of her boss, Danger Diamo. TikTok is captured, and the mini disc, which contains information on a weapon of mass destruction called Project Armageddon, is retrieved. At the hospital, Marissa meets her spy hunting TV host husband, Wilbur, and her two stepchildren, twins Rebecca and Cecil. Marissa gives birth to a daughter, Maria. A year later, Wilbur has created a 5-year plan in which, if his show is successful, he will spend more time with the kids. Rebecca does not accept Marissa as a replacement for her deceased mother and delights in playing pranks on her. Attempting to strengthen her rapport with Rebecca, Marissa gives her a sapphire necklace, a red sapphire, that is. The media reports that time is speeding up at an increasing rate. A criminal mastermind called the Timekeeper claims responsibility, saying that he will unleash Project Armageddon as a punishment upon a society that he believes wastes time with meaningless pursuits instead of treasuring time with their loved ones. The Timekeeper demands that TikTok bring him the Chronos Sapphire, which is revealed to be the jewel in the necklace Marissa gave to Rebecca, and the OSS calls Marissa out of retirement and instructs her to bring the sapphire with her. When Marissa asks for it from Rebecca, it further strains their relationship. And at headquarters, Marissa discovers that Rebecca has swapped out the Chronos Sapphire for baby food. And so TikTok's henchmen break into Marissa's house, and the two children are directed to take refuge in a panic room where they view a video of Marissa informing them of her secret career and that their dog, Argonaut, is a talking weaponized robot. And they escape and go to headquarters where Marissa's niece and their step-cousin Carmen Cortez gives the twins a tour of the defunct Spy Kids division, allowing them to take a gadget as a souvenir each. And so they go after the Timekeeper and what have you. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you and what have you. I will not give you the whole story and what have you, considering this film didn't do so well. So, I'm just going to leave you hanging on by a thread. And I hope you understand. So, if you want to watch this movie, then so be it. My thoughts on this film, well, I will say it was okay and what have you, but it was not great though. It was not close to as good as the others. It opened with a week 11 million over its 3 weekend, losing to The Help and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. However, the Weinstein Company, please forgive me for bringing that name up, of course, Dimension's parent company, said they were okay with the number and they're going to be in good shape with the film and will play for the rest of the summer. But it dropped a bit and it just didn't do so well. It earned 38 million in the US and 47 million overseas for an overall worldwide gross of 85 million, becoming the weakest performance of any of the films in the series. Rotten Tomatoes gave really this with 23% of this. It says burdened by a rote plot and unfunny scatological humor, the film suggests that the Spy Kids franchise has run its course. Well, in ways, yes. This is probably the weakest of the franchise. Common Sense Media wasn't thrilled either, giving it a mere 1 star, saying positive messages can't save the worst film in the action series. I agree, yeah. Well, it still kind of retains a little bit of fun and action that we got from the other Spy Kids films, but it just doesn't have enough strength to do it and what have you. Anyway, now our cast, we have Rowan Blanchard playing Rebecca and Mason Cook as Cecil. They're both fine and what have you. I mean, they may not be able to match up to Carmen and Junie, who are once again played by Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara. I know I didn't mention, but you will see them though. Jessica Alba is probably the one thing I feel like saves this film in ways, playing Marissa. She's not too bad. Joel McHale plays Wilbur, and he's not too bad. Ricky Gervais does the voice of Argonaut. And Jeremy Piven plays Diamo, who turns out to be, I will not tell you, but you're just gonna have to figure this out. You know what I'm saying, folks? Again, I don't want to give the whole film away. I just won't because this film didn't do so well and what have you. It was the weakest of the franchise. So, yeah. The score from Robert Rodriguez and Carl Thiel, it's fine and what have you. But it just wasn't strong enough. Now, even though they had announced a 5th installment for the film franchise, and was to have the original cast, but however was permanently delayed from its 2012 production, as Blanchard and Cook who are no longer kids, were both committed to other projects. And the planned sequel got canned instantly. However, Netflix would give us an animated series called Spy Kids Mission Critical in 2018. Now, very soon, next Friday, as I mentioned earlier, a reboot of the film series Spy Kids Armageddon is coming out. Robert Rodriguez will once again serve as director and writer, as this will be produced by Netflix along with Skydance Media and Spyglass Media Group. Now, this film title was to be the original title for this 4th film. Now then, and it will star Gina Rodriguez, Zachary Levi, Everly Cargania, Connor Esterson, and Billy Magnuson. So, I wish the film the best of luck when it comes out, and maybe, mind you, I might do a spoiler-free review of it. But that's all I want to tell you on Spy Kids All the Time in the World. This just doesn't have enough potential to save it from being a major disaster. So, would I recommend it? Well, no. Not unless if you're a hardcore completionist. If you are, a one-time watch. But if you're not satisfied with it, stick with the original 3 and possibly wait for the new one. I hope this is much better than this one. But what did you think of Spy Kids All the Time in the World? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my Saturday morning TV log of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, the Saturday morning animated series from 1993. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, consider checking out my my reviews for the other Spy Kids films. In the upper left hand corner is my review of the original from 2001. The upper right hand corner is my review of the sequel, Island of Lost Dreams from 2002. And the bottom right hand corner, left hand corner, excuse me, is my review of the third film, which recently celebrated its 20th anniversary not so long ago, Game Over. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.